Good morning, I have my tea, I have my plants, and today I am going to do another plant haul. If I seem tired, I am. It's quite early here, but I'm just doing it now because I want to. So I have 5 plants here. Only one of them is technically new to me in that I got it a couple of days ago. The rest of them have been settling in, for some of them a few weeks already. Some of them a few months already, but I wanted to show them to you anyway, so it's less of a plant haul, more of just a, oh, look at these plants, they're nice. Yeah, so excited to get into that. We'll get into it in just a second. Update the video unboxing of my Indonesian casualty plants. I'm going to do an update on that either next week or the week after, because there's some really great progress with the recovery thing. So I want to share that with everyone because it's less heartbreaking than I thought it would be. Okay, we're going to go straight into it. I'm going to start with 2 of the plants that I've had for slightly longer that I got very small. Both of these I got as tiny little plug plants, so literally like one small leaf each, and over the last month or so, actually, maybe, yeah, more or less a month, maybe a little bit longer for one of them, they've been growing, and it's very exciting. Unless you haven't noticed already from the past few videos, if you've watched the other videos, I'm more interested at this point in buying smaller plants. If I can get a rare smaller plant for a slightly cheaper price, I'm more than happy to grow that and learn its growing patterns, learn how to care for it. I think you get a better idea of what really works for a plant when you're trying to grow it from a really small size, because obviously they're a little bit more delicate. Right, plant number 1, and the smallest in leaf number, it has the fewest leaves of all the plants I'm going to show you today. This is a little Alocasia. This is an Alocasia Frydek. As you can see, it was teeny tiny when I got it. This tiny leaf here was right down there, so it's pushed all the way out, and then just in the last day or 2 it's put out this second little leaf there, which I hope it's going to focus on. Oh, literally shaking. This is a beautiful little Alocasia. It's very velvety, white veined. So far I've had no problems with it at all. I have this and the second plant I'm going to show you in a little terrarium, which is just an aquarium that has much higher humidity, and it gets a little bit of direct sun during the day, so it really warms up in there, which is fantastic, and everything seems to enjoy it a lot. Its roots are sticking out, and I've only had it in there for maybe 3 weeks, maybe a little bit less than that. So it's incredible. Yeah, if you've never seen these before, the velvet is amazing, and they actually get huge. So this is like a very small one, but the leaves get massive. That's plant number 1, little Alocasia Frydek. It's beautiful, I love it. And actually, sorry, I forgot to show you, it's got a new little shoot there coming through. Can you see? Yes. So there's a second little plant coming up, which is very exciting, because at some point I might be able to divide it, grow a whole nother plant, or it will just get fuller and all nice like that. Second one is in the same little terrarium. This is an Anthurium. It's my Anthurium Veitchii. Again, I got this literally as 2 or 3 little leaves. So it's actually doing super well. It's put out 3 leaves since I got it, the 3 largest here. It's still tiny, but it doesn't bother me because I can watch it grow right from small to large. And you can already see that kind of, what's the word? Well, the sort of ripple down the center of the leaves, which is super characteristic of the Veitchii. It's just stunning. These leaves, I will insert a picture over my face, if I remember, of what the leaves look like in a mature form. If you don't know, it's an incredible Anthurium. I very much doubt that in my care indoors it will get to that kind of size, but I'm hoping for like a little bit of length, a little bit of like that sort of awe-inspiring, oh my god, sort of factor. So yeah, really beautiful Anthurium. Very easy care actually, I've had no problem with it at all. I feel like these slightly more leathery leaved Anthuriums are a little bit hardier than the velvet Anthuriums. Not always as beautiful, but a little bit easy to care for. So if you're looking for like an entry level yet rare Anthurium, I might go for this one because I've had no problems with it at all. Even before I put it in the terrarium where it currently is, it was growing very well. And that leaf is new, literally within the last day or two. It's pushed up here and it's growing. I can tell that it's going to probably at least double in size from that before it hardens off, which is exciting. Plant number 2, Veitchii. Let's go to number 3. Ooh, which one should I show you first? Okay, let's go with the larger, slightly older plant. So this one is super exciting. Oh, you got a peek there, that's okay. So if you saw my philodendron, my favorite philodendron video a few weeks ago now, 3 or 4 weeks ago, the last plant I had there was there's a little spider on the leaf. Get off. There we go. Was a Philodendron Patricii, and this is a very, very similar plant. Not, I'm sure it's not, but appearance-wise, it has very, very similar leaves. So this is an Philodendron Esmeraldense. Don't know how to say that. Probably should have practiced that before. But look at that leaf, gorgeous. It's that same sort of dark, leathery green, and then the bright white veinage to the center. And I think it's just like lovely, really, really beautiful. This leaf has literally just emerged, hence the rolled upness of it. But I'm sure in the next couple of days it will open up, will unfurl a little bit. It's looking lovely in there. And there's already a new leaf, which again in the last few days has moved from literally right here to all the way up there, so that's going to come out in a little bit as well. I have this in the same pot that it arrived in a few weeks ago. I'll probably repot it in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, but for now it's happy. I've got a little bit of sphagnum, which is dry at the moment, but just to keep the moisture locked in there for it, because I'm not around as much as I should be for my plants, so I like to make sure that they have everything they need before I leave. There we go, Philodendron Esmeraldense. Again, if I remember, I will pop a picture over my face of the mature form. It's just amazing. I'm so excited to have this. This and the Patricii at the moment, sort of the, I can't say that because I love all my plants, but I just love them so much. So I'm really excited to watch this guy get a little bit bigger. Number 4 is the only actually new plant in this plant haul, and I finally caved. I tried not to for a long time. I didn't really see the appeal. I was sort of trying to be an independent plant parent and not just get taken up by the hype, which is basically impossible with Instagram. But I caved and I went and bought a gorgeous little pink princess. Look at that. So if you watched again my first video, no pressure, but you can go and watch it now if you like. You saw my pink Congo, which obviously since that's come out, a whole load of drama has emerged about the pink Congo, talking about how the variegation is induced with chemicals and things like that. So it kind of lost, it's still a beautiful plant, I still love it, but it lost that sort of, wow, nature's amazing factor to me, because it was like, oh, okay, this is not how this plant was supposed to be naturally. I know that this is manipulated as well in its own way. It's been bred and I'm sure hybridized, whatever, to get this. But the fact that with the right care, this can be stable throughout the plant's lifespan, that's what's exciting to me. So this just gorgeous little half moon philodendron. I'm really happy that I got this one. I've seen so many over the past few months that I've sort of been tempted to get because the price was okay, but the variegation was like speckled at best, and I wanted to get one that had like a good amount of pink, because that's why I'm getting it. I've already got this Arabescens like philodendron with no variegation, so I wanted to get one that was exciting to me. So there you go. This is the new plant for me. I only had it for 2 days. Philodendron Pink Princess. I'm very excited to watch it grow. I'm sure it will grow really well if it enjoys the same conditions as my other phillos. You can see it already. Number 5, I did record a video last week where I showed this plant to you, so for the lucky 19 of you who managed to see that video, this is not going to be new to you, but I then took it down because there was some information in it that wasn't entirely correct, and I wanted to redo the video better. So this is the gorgeous, immense Philodendron Gloriosum, my big one. I've got a small one which I showed you again before, but this is the big one. Look at that leaf. Yes, it's amazing. It's just stunning. It took a while for this one to settle in as I expected it to. I think from what I'd seen online, I expected it to look different, and then when it arrived, it only had two leaves. So it had this big old one in the center, and then this one. And then the next leaf to come out was this small one here, and it was very stunted because it was sort of exposed during the shipping. I think it got cold damaged. All of these were a little bit iffy. Then it got spider mites, and there was a whole process with that. But now it's spider mite free, and its first healthy new leaf in my care has emerged. I've had it for about 2 months now, and it's just gorgeous. Like, how can you not love that? Let's see if I can give you a better angle without actually tipping all the soil out the pot. Ugh. Just look. And again, if you haven't seen these before, which is basically impossible at this point because everyone has them on YouTube, this is so velvety. The veins are so white and stunning. Ugh, it's beautiful. And then already, this has grown massively in the last day or two. There's a new little spike there. And they tend to sort of hold this spike form for up to like a week or two. They'll form, and the leaf within that is forming, and then it pushes up and through and comes up as like a leaf spike and opens. So that's exciting. Hopefully in the next week or two, I will have a new leaf on that plant. And there you go. There's my little plant haul, my little chat about my plants. I know it's not particularly exciting, I know it's been done before, but I don't really mind because this is the kind of thing I like watching on YouTube, where people just show me their plants. So one more time, have a little look. Alocasia Frydek, beautiful, yeah. Anthurium Veitchii, small, but a statement for sure, really beautiful. Can't wait for those ripples. Philodendron Esmeraldense, beautiful. Yeah, pride of my collection. Pink Princess, bam, look at that half moon. Ooh, ooh, love it. And of course, Gloriosum. Ta-da! Right, thank you for sitting through my husky morning voice, and I will see you next week if you're around. Thank you very much. Subscribe to me if you want to see more of this. If you'd like to follow some updates on my plants, you can go and check out my plant Instagram. I will put the link down below. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day or night, wherever you are. Bye.